WeTV decided to bring us a love triangle for this season of Love After Lockup, and I could already tell I'm gonna have so much to say about this dude, Julius. He's 25 years old. He is doing a 6-year prison sentence for drug trafficking, and he's dating 2 girls that he's admitted to so far on the show. This girl named Ashley and this girl named Alexis. And this girl named Ashley, she has never met Julius in person. She claims she has tried time and time again to get on his visiting list, but she says for some reason she's unable to see him. And I think that's either one or 2 reasons. One, either he did something like Hunter did from last season of Love during Lockup, and he probably had a girl come see him and they're probably getting frisky in their visits. Or I bet he only gets like 1 or 2 visits a week, and he's probably using those visits with another female, and he just doesn't want to tell her, hey, you know, another girl's using these visits up. So he's just letting her believe that it's something that the system did wrong on why she can't come visit him. So she has posted him all over her social media page, never met him in person, and she decided to get his name tattooed on her on one of her titties. I don't know if Ashley never watched the show before or what, but I feel like she's got to have a little bit more common sense, because Julius has not given her one single green flag. Every single thing he's told her is so suspicious. I don't know why she's not questioning it. She's sitting there on the phone with Julius and she's like, yes, do I get to meet your mother when you get out? And he's like, and he wasn't even like trying to entertain that idea whatsoever, which just tells me he's not taking her seriously. Like, you can tell he hasn't even thought about it. And yes, they haven't even met in person yet, but if I want to have a future with somebody, I'm definitely gonna think about them eventually meeting my family. But he just wanted to shut down that conversation as quickly as possible and move on. And then she noticed that once he got off the phone with her, he didn't even tell her he loved her back. And she's like, okay, this is weird, because usually he's always the one being all lovey-dovey with me, you know, doing all that prison talk, saying all the right things to make her feel special and make her feel heard. But now that he's on camera and they're recording for the show, she said that he's not being all lovey-dovey. He didn't even say he loved her back, and she thought that was mighty suspicious. I'm not gonna lie, at first I thought Julius had 3 girlfriends, because the Ashley I saw while she was sitting there talking to him on the phone looked like a completely different Ashley in her confessional. Like, it looked like she had a completely different hair wig or extensions or something on. She had her makeup all done. She looked like a completely different person. Oh, and I left out a few of the red flags that he also said. He didn't say one good thing that made me think, oh yeah, this dude's gonna be a good boyfriend. Everything that he said was like, dude, he's about to play the living hell out of you. He got mad at her when she posted him on her social media page and was showing off her tattoo she got of his name on her chest. And then some girl sent her DM saying, say you got my man's name tatted on you? And she's like, who is this? And when she asked Julius about it, he got mad at her and was like, why are you even posting me on your page anyways? I don't want you to do that until I get out. Which just tells me that he does not want other females to know that he has a girlfriend. It kind of reminds me of like what Arthur's girlfriend just said in the interview I did with her. Like, she kept feeling like something was off because he wouldn't post her. Then she found out that he had 2 other confirmed girlfriends while he was dating her. And another thing I noticed is Ashley, the pictures they showed, I sure hope those aren't the pictures that she sent Julius, because she does not look anything like those pictures. Like, those pictures are filtered to the gods. They showed some pretty filtered pictures of Alexis too, but at least it still somewhat looked like Alexis. But this looks like a whole completely different person on the left here. And it was interesting how Ashley met Julius. One day she got a phone call from prison, and she's like, oh my god, is one of my friends locked up? She answered, and it was Julius, and he had the wrong number. He's probably trying to call one of his other sugar mamas. And she's like, you know what, you sound pretty cute. And they started talking, and she looked him up on Facebook. She's like, oh my god, he's so fine. And they just have been talking ever since, but she hasn't been able to visit him. She's been sending him money. She's a waitress. She used to be a stripper for like 7-8 years, but she started working as a waitress in the mornings while her kids are in school, and then she spends the rest of the day with her kids. Another major red flag is he loves this girl so much, but he does not want her to pick him up from prison. He doesn't even want her to be at the prison when he gets out. He's like, oh, don't worry, babe. I'm going to catch up with you later in the day. I'm going to go see my family first. And she doesn't seem to be that concerned about his plans at all. And I think we found out who he really plans to be with when he gets out of prison, and who he's been spending all his prison visits with, and that is Alexis. So he's dating this girl, and this girl has been with him for 3.5 years. I guess she's best friends with his sister. She works as like a home health aide, like for older people. She goes to the house, she'll help cook for them, help take care of them, bathe them, whatever they need done, she does that for them. And I don't believe she has kids. So here's what I noticed. When he was talking to Ashley, he was very unsure. Like, he was unsure if he wanted her to meet his mom. He was unsure of the future. He was unsure when he wanted to see her. But when he talks to Alexis, it's completely different. It sounds like he knows what he wants. He has plans to see her as soon as he gets out of prison. Sounds like she's going to be the one picking him up from the prison gates. I think it's obvious that Alexis is his main choice, and Ashley is just somebody that he's using to put funds on his account while he's in prison. And I feel like he plans on ditching her as soon as he gets out. But I don't know, though. I still kind of feel like there is a chance he will probably still hit up Ashley here and there, because he seems like the type of dude that's going to be like banging 3 or 4 chicks a day. Like, 1 or 2 is not going to be enough for him. And he wants to move in with Alexis, and I think Alexis is his main chick because I think he thinks that she probably makes the most money. And I feel like with him being single most of his life and not having to be mindful of taking care of someone else and someone else's emotions, I feel like he's not going to be the type of dude that's going to be ready to jump in and play stepdaddy like he would probably have to do with Ashley and her kids. And I bet that Alexis was probably sending him more money, so that's another reason why that's his first choice. So he's making big plans to be with Alexis, but when they asked him about what his plans with Ashley were, he was like, he wasn't writing her off. Like, he's still keeping that door open. So it sounds like he's really not in love with Alexis, because if he was, he would actually care about how she feels. And I really would love to be a fly on the wall watching Alexis or Ashley watch the season premiere tonight. Like, I really need to find them on IG ASAP to see if they're saying anything. Like, I doubt they'll violate their NDA, but it'll be interesting to see if they drop any kind of like tidbits or hints about how they're feeling about seeing this all go down. And I just, I feel bad for both women, but God, I felt really bad for Alexis, because Alexis got really vulnerable and real with everyone for a minute. She started breaking down, talking about she's just now finally learning to love herself because she was a heavy girl growing up, so she never really got many guys' attention, and now she's starting to shed weight and really gain confidence, and she finally got in a place where she loves herself, and now she's getting with this man who is playing her and cheating on her, and that's just probably going to break down all this confidence that she spent so much time building up, and it's really disappointing. Then they show both women getting ready for their man's release the next day. And I can already tell this is going to be a wild ride. And I can tell, like, I bet $20 that these are not the only 2 women in Julius's life. He's probably got a gang of women. Like, he's probably got a roster of at least 30, 40 women. Like, he probably has at least, like, 5-10 women thinking they're picking him up tomorrow. But it looks like Alexis is going to be the one he comes home to, and Ashley might be getting her sloppy seconds. I don't know, but let me know what you guys think about this little love triangle in the comments below. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and thank you so much for watching.